After all this time, we're going back to Raccoon City one time. Can we do it like the original game this time? Can we just do the original game? Can we do it? Please, please. I've been waiting for us. Let's go to the mansion. Let's have the craziness happen in the mansion. Let's stay in the mansion and let's end the mansion. And then have the SWAT come in with all the team. Let's just do the game. Can we do the game? But Zach Kreger is coming forward. He did the horror hit, The Barbarian. He did that. He's been signed on to write and direct the new Resident Evil based on, of course, the iconic horror game genre. We spawned how many different movies with Mila Jovovich. We've had her do it before. I actually like Mila in there, and I like what she's done, but I do think that we just haven't ever had like the main core. Where's Claire just being there? Where's again? Well, I mean, there's a lot of characters. Leon, we could have done Leon, but Leon came in later. Why don't we just have Chris Redfield? We do the Redfields. Just go the Redfields going in there into the mansion. Let's just do it. Let's just do it, and hopefully that's what's going to be. We don't really know yet because they still have no premise for this. No announcement besides the idea that the has been picked up. We have the show moving forward. The movie has been picked up, and there's 4 studios right now having a big bidding war. The 2 top people right now are WB Discovery and Netflix being the ones that want to get these rights and come in. Now, officially, they will be produced by Constantine Films again because they helm the rights to Resident Evil, and for some time they've actually had that too, as well as the PlayStation rights as well. They did a movie, yeah. They've been trying this, Jack Burton. They've been trying this for a while. We had the original ones. We did a different spin-off one with new, like a B kind of level cast, where we actually did, again, Raccoon City, the police department, and that one was better, but I'm just still like, I haven't been sold on these movies completely. I know my brother loves them, and I love some of them, and I love what they're doing with it, but I'm still like waiting for, again, I'm waiting for us to actually get in there and do the game, guys. Let's do the game. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. What do we think? I know Trevor's excited about this. What do you think, Trevor? Are we going to do the game justice in this first new adaptation, or is this going to be more of the same thing? The Barbarian's did really well, and it's really graph horror based. So maybe that is what we need for this. What do you think, Trevor?
Yeah, I'm excited about this. I don't think I actually have much to add that you didn't already say. I mean, like, I was going to say basically the same things. Like, I loved the Mila Jovovich movies, even though, and possibly because they were so stupid. They were just, just a slab of cheese, just like cool visual after cool visual, paper thin story. But they were great for that. But I would also really love to see something a little closer to the games. Like, give us the story from the games. Give us something a little, closer. Give us Jill Valentine, right? Oh shit, it's been a while. Mm-hmm. Give us the Redfields.
Jill Valentine, yeah.
Yeah, give us all of that. And like, because I think Jill Valentine shows up in one of the Mila Jovovich movies, and then in the next one she's just gone inexplicably, if I remember correctly. But yeah, no, the story, the games already had like a rich backstory and a rich lore, and it would be nice to see like something closer to that done on the big screen. But I think that's the difference between like the 2020s versus like the early 2000s, because like in the early 2000s, like most adaptations were just like take a few little bits and make something that they think will be better for like the screen, whereas nowadays people prefer more like closer adaptations, more faithful adaptations, just in general, of like books, of TV shows, of games, of everything. So I feel like they're going to do it. I feel like they're going to give us the games as movies.
I feel like I was probably in the minority before, maybe, that I was like, I want the game. I mean, the Hive was cool. Mm-hmm. And they had a lot of, I remember that sequence with like the lasers and stuff and the Hive, and then having like I feel like that would work better these days, like the crazy AI kind of, you know what I mean? I think that would have probably worked more better. All these AI movies now, it probably would have flowed better today, but I just think you're right. I think we're looking for more honest adaptations these days, and it's worked well for a lot of different productions, and video game movies are doing even better than they have for a long time. Would this be better? Okay, we're saying a movie, but I mean, they did do a Resident Evil series. It was on Netflix. It was okay. It was okay. But would this work better, you think, as a series than an actual movie?
I mean, it might be just because there is so much story, but I mean, like, you know me, I prefer movies. I would much rather see like a really well done, really like decently budgeted movie that has like the amount of time necessary to like make it the best that it can be, rather than be, a TV show that's maybe stretched a little too thin, maybe, I mean, what am I talking about? We're in the golden age of TV. It could probably work either way.
It could work. I think it could work.
It could. But I would prefer a movie, personally.
Yeah. Yeah, and well, movie's coming. The Barbarian director is going to do this. That movie is coming. You can bring her back, as Alice, but I feel like this is going to be a complete divergence from that series, and who even knows if she would want to come back at this point. And I think that if we do it, and again, I saw someone said about was the game storyline actually that good? Well, the idea of the game really was being trapped in this house, and how deep the house actually goes, and how much craziness is in the house, and it's like that whole idea of being trapped with this virus, with the T virus, with everything that's happening, that's what made it fascinating. And it also could be a lower budget that way. GR's yawning about it, but it could be fascinating, GR. It could be fascinating, don't you think? I don't even know. You probably never played these games before, GR, but what do you think? This is like the third time it's been rebooted? Third time rebooted, something like that, maybe fourth?
These movies were cute, but they didn't make that much money. Why do we need another one?
You don't think it would do well?
No, it'll make money, a little bit of money, but it's not gonna be nominated for an Oscar, and it's not gonna be $1 billion franchise.
You know what they need, GR? Here's what I'm gonna say right now.
Money back.
We need A24 doing this, GR. If we have A24 come in, do Resident Evil with this guy, a lower budget, in a house, trap people in, and get some really great gore and some great special effects, this could be great. It could be so different than the original ones. It could. Get rid of that CG shit.
Yeah,
Let's do some practical effects.
You know what they say about that? The chances of that is FFC.
What's that? Fat fucking chance?
Fat fucking chance.
That's what I thought. Fat fucking chance. Great.
I mean, you can make a great movie out of anything if you got enough money and you got the right talent. But this isn't it.
It's true. Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, you have talent.
I don't know, GR. I think you're correct, but I think you're looking at it the wrong way. I don't think anybody is expecting a Resident Evil movie to get an Oscar. I think only 3 horror movies have ever been nominated for Best Picture. And also, it doesn't need to make $1 billion. I mean, I'm also a strong advocate for bringing back the mid-budget movies. Budget these things at $10 to $20 million, and there's no way you won't make money, we don't need a $200 million Resident Evil, but a $10 to $20 million,
no.
And like Brian said, have A24 do it? Hell yes.
Let's go. Let's fucking go. That's the studio that needs this shit. What do you think, Allie? Have you ever been a fan of the Resident Evil movies or the games? And does this excite you at all? Or are you damn, Brian, why another reboot today?
I mean, I can't really even play video games. I'm one of those people who I'm too sensitive to the motion. I can't even play. And then, although I'm actually the polar opposite from Trevor about my feeling of them, which is I think that content like this, stories like this, I like them pushed into more of a series rather than a movie. But I'm not surprised for somebody to be putting it into a feature. First of all, the Barbarian was fantastic. I think that's a great director to do this. And I think it makes perfect sense to chase cult fandom. This absolutely has cult fandom. And I think you're chasing that crowd. You're chasing this audience because you can make a lot of money, not just on the movie, but on merch. Just keep that train going.
There's a lot of cult fandom too, Allie. There's so much in this. People love Resident Evil. They love it.
Yeah.
Hence why even those movies, I would say people love those movies, and they're not the best movies. They're not. But again, I know people are saying in the chat too, they're great action movies. Just bang, shoot up, zombies attack you. That goes well. We've always done well with zombie movies. And I think you're right. As a series, this could have been interesting too. They did that. I always said I'm kind of going away from that because of that Netflix show that came out, which that again was a waste. It was a waste, that Netflix series for Resident Evil. It was kind of a waste. They were more about we have a community and this community is fantastic. And in this community, we have a lab and we work at the lab. We don't want to talk about what happens at the lab. And then all of a sudden, in the very last episode, of course, the T virus gets out and shenanigans happen and the lab's all done and that's it. But again, it was its kind of own interpretation, but not. It was it was like Pleasantville. Boop-a-doop, boop-a-doop, boop. It's a great day. We have kids and children and dogs, and there's also a T virus. We die. And so it was to me, it was too much. It could have done so much better. Give me something that's intense and getting in there, and actually the first episode, get in that house, lock us in, and let's find out what happens. That's what I think. But It might do well, though. What do you think, guys? Overall, can it do well? Allie, can it do well?
Yes. Yeah, I think it's going to do great.
Would you watch this one?
Yeah, probably so.
I think Allie hit the nail on the head. Also, I think she brought up another like very good point, which is the merchandising for like a cult property like this. Like, I mean, like everyone remembers the Borderlands movie that just came out, like one of the worst flops in like cinema history. I saw a press release that they actually ended up making money on it because the movie brought enough attention to the old merch and the old games that they had such an uptick in sales from the games and the old merch that it was a wash. Like they got their money back, even though the movie itself didn't generate the money.
That's wild. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, so Allie's 100% correct. Like even if another movie doesn't work out, the merchandising, it's gonna be fine. They're gonna do fine.
There's gonna be a lot of merchandise for this, and the games too. People like they'll probably re-release Resident Evil 1 on every platform again. We'll update the graphics and get it out there, and then they'll re-release a box set of the original movies. Bring that out there. GR will buy it on Amazon tomorrow, and he'll start watching it and bring some money back to the franchise. I don't know. We'll see. I think you're right there, Trevor. That can make money. I'm surprised the Borderlands thing because that bombed bad. Even though I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, it was all right. I mean, it was all right. But Resident Evil, everybody, the reboot is coming. Are you excited about it? Are you not? How do you feel about this? Because I think, again, in the reboot world, this makes sense. And I'm surprised it's bidding war, though. Bidding war. We'll see who gets it. Before we go, who's going to get it? We think it'd be WB or Netflix? GR?
Netflix.
That makes sense to me. Trevor?
I'm going to say Netflix just because I'm surprised WB's even in it since they seem to be so focused on reality TV these days.
That's true. Allie, you with everybody else here?
I mean, I would imagine that Netflix would push harder for it, but I would want WB to do it.
I like that. I like that too. You're right. If WB does it, you're going to have a different kind of production with it, I think, 100%. And probably a whole different cast you will with Netflix. I mean, Netflix has money, but WB is going to really go deep in that. They're going to bid that much. They're really going to go deep. I mean, only time will tell. I hope so too. And Resident Evil is coming, everybody.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pepestar needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.